Hey there, everybody. I want to do a quick update on a video I did a while back. Seems like it's been a long time, but I did a video on converting a 15-round Springfield Hellcat magazine into a 17-round magazine. Now, obviously, this is not sanctioned by Springfield, and I make no disclaimer that this should be used for carrying. I made that clear in the video as well. But I got a lot of questions because when I did the conversion, I used the 13-round magazine spring and the 13-round extension to put on the 15-round magazine to increase the capacity to 17. And there's a lot of people are saying, well, why don't you just use the 15-round magazine spring? And I'm like, well, at the time, the gun was literally brand new. And so the spring itself was really stiff. I couldn't even get the rounds in. And some people said they had success with it. Some people said they didn't. Well, now that the gun's been broken in and I've been using it for a while, I was able to swap out that 13 round magazine spring and substitute it for the 15-round spring, which definitely gives it more power when it comes to loading those rounds. Now, I haven't had any misfires or failed to fire or any sort of malfunctions with that 13-round magazine spring, but the 15-round is definitely more appropriate, as many of you pointed out, and rightly so. So that being said, with the springs being broken in a little bit, that 15-round magazine spring will work, along with that extension from the 13-round magazine to give you that 17 rounds. Some folks have even said they could fit 18. I haven't tried that yet, but 17 definitely still works. So what we're looking at here, you can see there's our Hellcat. It does have the Apex trigger upgrade. You can see that some of these pins do rust a little bit. That's just from sweat, from carrying it. I try to keep this thing pretty clean, but even after a longer day, some of these pins will rust, and I definitely have to clean that up, which I'm not a fan of necessarily. But the gun itself has been very reliable thus far. I do need to get an optic for this guy as my eyes continue to age. Having the red dot has been very helpful with my other firearms. So as you can see right here, we have the assortment of magazines. This is the 11-round magazine. This is another 11-round magazine without the extension. And those fit very flush and very small in this handgun. Too small for my liking, for my hands. That being said, they does work just fine. Then you can bump up the capacity to the 13-round magazine. Then you have your 15-round magazine, which I ordered after the fact. And here is your converted 15 to now a 17-round magazine using the same extension from the 13 plus the 15-round magazine spring. Put that together, you get yourself a 17-round magazine. And like I said, it does work. And just took a little bit of breaking in to make that spring want to cooperate. But it gives you an idea of the size comparison to these magazines. And what I've been doing is personally I've been carrying the 15-round magazine in the firearm itself, and then using the 17-round magazine as a spare. Yes, I know this is not going to be approved by Springfield, so there's some liability issues there. Obviously, I'm taking a risk with that. But that being said, so far, so good. When I have shot it, it has not malfunctioned whatsoever. But you do you. Your mileage may vary. I am not suggesting you do that. I'm just telling you what I have done in the past. So hopefully that clarifies some of the questions I had, because I got a lot of questions on, well, how do you do that? Well, I'm not going to go and give a tutorial on exactly how I did that. For one, YouTube would probably just nix the video. But I wanted to give an update on the success of actually using that 15-round magazine spring in that conversion to give you your 17-round, should you choose to do so. So it's a fun little experiment. Again, this is for educational purposes and entertainment purposes, really only. Do what you want to do and do it at your own risk. So appreciate you watching. I do appreciate all the questions, by the way, and the interaction in that video. Don't forget to like, give me a little thumbs up. Every little bit helps. Subscribe, and I'll try to get some more content out. I've been really busy lately with a bunch of other projects, some of which I will debut on this channel if you care. But that being said, have fun, stay safe, have a great weekend. Take care, people.